Hello, welcome to this guitar talk. I want to finalize some discussion on scales in C. And remember, just like the scales in G, the scales in C can be moved up and down based on what key you want to play them in. So like if you have your G, your C diagonal scale, and you want to be in D, you would just move up 2 frets. And you'd have that. They all work the same. And the scale that comes out of the C bar chord, that could come out down here. If you put that same, it's an F bar chord, you put that down here in the key of G, and you have a scale. You put it here in the key, and you're in A, you have a scale that comes out of that. And I did a video on that, and you might recall that. So that scale before that we talked about, the C bar chord, just F bar chord, F style, clear up here on this position, it gives you your C, and your C note starts here, and that's your octave. You can come out of that box and come down here. This is a B note. So that gives you a little more to play with. So we talked about that. What you can do from there is work out of this and come up the neck. And I want to briefly talk about that. It's pretty simple, and then we'll go down to first position and look at that scale. So if I come up here, I end on that C, and I can just go up C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's how that works. And I've just used that finger and slide it up. So just to discuss that, we're at the 8th fret, and we go up to the 10, C, D. Then at the 12th, we're back at E again, an octave higher than the open string. E, and a half step, F, so that's at 13. And then skip 2 up to 15, G, and then skip 2 more, 17, A, and then B is 2 more, 8, so that's 19, and then C is at 18. And so that's how that scale works. We are first position, and we want to work out of that chord. So our scale starts with the first finger on the first fret, the second string. That gives you a C note. That's 1/2 up from your open B string, C. Then your third finger on the 3rd fret, second string, gives you a D. And then we go up to 5th fret, and I often just do a slide. 5th fret, 2nd string, 3rd finger, we can say, gives you your E. And then we have an F. If we slide up one more, F, right? Which puts you on the 6th fret, 2nd string. I'm still using the 3rd finger. And then I might just go down here, go up to the E string and the 3rd fret with my index finger. That's a G. And then if I skip and I go to the 5th fret and I just hit it with my 3rd finger, A, and then I can slide B. So that's the 7th fret, 3rd finger, 1st string, and then a half step. There's your B up to your C, and you notice that ends where this ends. It ends the same spot where your next scale begins. So you can play with those. I'm a little distracted while I'm talking and playing scales together, but you can play with those, and the goal is to learn to blend them together. And so you could work on a melody from up here and transition into your middle part of that with your pentatonic diagonal scale, and then you could end down here. in first position. So if we blend the scales together, I'm going to try to do that, and I want to focus on my playing and not talk to you while I'm doing it. But I could start here in first position with the scale, work my way up to this position, and even a little further if I want, okay? In this particular case, I don't want to go up here, which I often do. I'm just trying to shorten it down. And so from when I get here, I'm going to go, well, I'll go up here a little. I'm going to go down to the middle, and then I'll go back to first position. And I'll end with a movable D chord clear up on the 12th fret, just to give it flavor. And I'm blending 3 different scale positions together. So that's the goal. Let's see how it works. So it wasn't a train wreck or anything. And you see how I'm just using those scales in the different positions, playing the melody of a song, tying it together. If it left any doubt or you're not familiar with the song, that was the Old Rugged Cross. So I hope you appreciate this lesson and that you learn to play with your scales and work them into songs. And out of all those scales in any position, you can find the melody of a song and play some lead licks based on the melody itself, not just a lick that you shove in there, but it actually sounds like the melody of the song. That's kind of the goal, because sometimes we get where we're just doing licks up and down, and you can't, if someone wasn't singing the vocals, you wouldn't know what song they're playing. The goal is to have enough of the melody in there that it's recognizable. So till the next time, the Lord bless you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.